Hey there, and welcome to episode 11 of Jazzy-Bytes, the video game channel where we bring you all things video game related, with me, Jazz. I hope you've been keeping well. So for this episode, I wanted to focus in on a console that pretty much mapped out my childhood. I'm sure you're familiar with it. It is, of course, the Nintendo Game Boy. This system was absolutely magic. It was in production, it was being made for over 10 years. That's almost completely unheard of when it comes to games consoles. I'm sure a majority of you owned one or had one in the family at one time or another. It was basic, it was below par compared to its competitors, but it left the competitors standing. Enjoy this video. The Game Boy was a 8-bit handheld game console that was developed and manufactured by Nintendo. The first handheld in the Game Boy family was released in Japan on April the 21st, 1989, consequently North America a few months later, and then lastly Europe about a year later. It was actually designed by the same team that developed the Game & Watch and also several NES games previously. The team comprised of Satoru Okada, Gunpei Yokai, and the Nintendo Research and Development 1 team. It counts as being Nintendo's second handheld game console after the Game & Watch series. The Game Boy combines lots of different features from both the NES system and also Game & Watch hardware. The console itself has got a dull green kind of dot matrix screen, which incorporates a contrast dial, 5 buttons, which is a D-pad, 2 game buttons, start and select. It's got a single speaker that's got an adjustable volume dial, and also, like its competitors at the time, uses cartridges as a medium for games. You may find that the colour scheme is made from 2 tones of grey with accents of black, blue and dark magenta. Despite the fact that the system was completely inferior to the 4th gen competitors, i.e. the Game Gear, the Lynx, the Turbo Express, the Game Boy was really successful. It received praise for the battery life, for the durability, for the fact that it was robust, and it quickly outsold the competition. It actually managed to sell over 1 million units in America within a few weeks of its launch. The Game Boy and its successor, the Game Boy Color, have actually sold an estimated 118 million units worldwide. It's really iconic. It's so recognizable as a device from the 90s. And it's almost like a cultural icon. It's just so recognizable. During the Game Boy's lifetime, there was a few redesigns. That included the Game Boy Pocket in 1996 and the Game Boy Light in 1998. Interestingly, production of the Game Boy actually continued into the early 2000s, even when the Game Boy Advance had already been released. That was just a whistle-stop tour into the history of the Game Boy. I hope to go into more detail in the future in some of Nintendo's other handheld consoles. In the meantime, take care of each other. Peace out.